Hey everyone, DFA here, welcome back to the channel, and yeah, I'm taking a look at the Marseille following update 8.5, where I was going to say it received the buff, but not quite. It did receive a legendary module, which will quite drastically increase your, actually reduce your dispersion value, so increase your accuracy, but at the expense of turret survivability and turret rotation. So essentially, yeah, it's giving you Yamato levels of turret rotation for the promise of you actually this time being able to hit your intended targets, because yeah, you do get those 933cm guns and they're absolutely deadly against cruisers, provided you can actually hit them, which was pretty much the issue with the I would say with the original Marseille. And yeah, unlike the Spanish cruisers, they haven't really addressed the other problem of the Marseille, which is honestly reducing the survivability of the turrets. Doesn't really change much because yeah, the survivability of the ship is absolutely awful. So honestly, getting hit in your turrets, well, your focus should be on not getting hit at by anything at all, because every single ship you will meet will full pen you and deal full damage to you, yeah. So if I'm completely honest, before that I was going to publish a review of it before the addition of the legendary module, because this was going to be my first 1-star ship. Absolutely awful with no redeeming qualities. And you do know how much I love front-turreted French cruisers and battleships, so yeah, that was a tough one for me to take. But yeah, let's take a look at what has actually changed with that legendary module, which I gladly paid the free XP, so you don't have to. So the first thing to do with the Marseille is you get into a safe position, because yeah, practically you want to remain near islands all the time with that thing, because yeah, as soon as enemy ships start taking a look at you, you will start bleeding hit points, so you really have to make sure that you are only exposing yourself as little as possible as you can. The guns are actually, yeah, they're obviously very good against cruisers, but they can also deal some damage to battleships, provided you can hit them, as you've seen that Yamato 4 hits and then 3 hits, so the accuracy even with the legendary module, it's still not amazing. And obviously you now have to plan ahead for your engagements, because yeah, those turrets, they will take forever to get on target. Luckily they rotate 360, so it's not too bad. Yeah, we do get again a few hits on that Schroeder. We do cause a Citadel, because yeah, that's like a golden target for us, but nothing too fancy really. So yeah, it has improved the situation, but yeah, it hasn't really fundamentally changed it. The Marseille is actually now able to actually touch those targets. It wasn't really the case with the previous version of it. So you could call it an improvement, it's just, yeah, not enough of an improvement, but yeah. Again, if you get exposed with that thing, you die. If you take any kind of initiative with that thing, you die. So really you hug islands and you wait for opportunities to arise. You use your rapid reload, because yeah, honestly you get 5 rapid reload 3 charges with the right commander skills, and yeah, you have to use them all the time. As soon as you see an enemy ship, use your rapid reload. Don't start planning too much, because yeah, by the end of the game you will either be dead or you haven't used all 5 of them anyway. So this is a good example. I do have half of the enemy team in front of me, but I'm only exposing what I have to expose to that Yamato, and I'm getting ready to pull back as quickly as possible. I'm only exposing those 3 turrets. You are obviously still weak versus destroyers, and you see as soon as an enemy touches you, you are dead. Your secondaries, they roll at the back 4 turrets. It is possible to get them all on target, provided yeah, you get enough patience, because they do rotate super slow as well, so they're quite deadly. But you're unlikely to get them all on target at the same time, number 1, and 2, when you need it, because of their super slow turret rotation. So yeah, I'm going to play around that island, focusing on those battleships in front of us, because that's really all I can do right now. If I get into the cap, I die. If I try flanking, I die, and there is no CV, so it's actually a decent matchmaking for us. Because yeah, that thing has also very poor AA. So yeah, practically you see that we're a lot more consistent against, I would say, against larger capital ships, but yeah, it's not I would say the ship is a lot easier to play right now, and I've been getting much more consistent results with it. It doesn't suck as bad as it used to, and I've been getting some decent numbers with it. But yeah, that still requires a good amount of investment. Another thing about the secondaries, the firing arcs are really high. They're very American, so if a target is thinking that he can hide behind an island, yeah, not so much. And you still retain the outstanding mobility of the Marseille, so getting into position with those engine accelerators 37, 38 knots, absolutely not a problem. So really absolutely not a problem. So the ship is able to relocate, or to escape rather, quite nicely. But as you can see, the turret rotation, yeah, now it's going to take me forever to get them on target. So it's certainly not as flexible from that perspective. Was the trade-off worth it? I would say yes. Honestly, I would say yes, because the ship is actually now playable. And to a certain degree, I would actually consider it fun, because yeah, it's actually quite nice to be, you know, just using that protection, looking at the enemy team, using any moment of weakness, turning your rapid reload on, so really being careful, waiting for the enemy team to make a mistake, etc. So yeah, and you do have the mobility for it. Unfortunately, it's just not capable of carrying. It's just not capable of carrying, because as soon as you have to expose yourself, you die. Honestly, I have no idea where all my hit points went. You're supposed to be a super heavy cruiser, but yeah, it's more like cheese armor than anything else. It's obviously not beginner friendly for that reason, probably the worst from that perspective. Free-to-play friendly, also one of the worst. You need everything you can to make that thing even remotely work. Premium repair kits, a top tier commander, APCS, the camo, and the legendary module now. So overall rating, I would move it from 1 star to 2 stars. That's still not great, it's better than worst. So yeah, but yeah, to me, I haven't tested the new Spanish cruisers and probably will not, but yeah, it's a toss-up between this one and the Castilla for the worst at tier 10. So there you go. I bought the Marseille leg mod, so you don't have to. You have been warned. You decide to go that way, well, it's your choice anyway. So stay safe, take care, that was DFA. Ciao, ciao, bye-bye.